Hello everyone, welcome back to Tech Enthusiast channel. This is a new lecture. I hope all of you are doing well. So in my today's video, I'm going to show you how can you configure IPSec site-to-site VPN in between FortiGate firewall and Sophos-XG series firewall. Okay. So as you know, there are different types of IPSec VPN. So two types are I think mostly used, which is IPSec site-to-site VPN, which is used for established connectivity in between two or multiple offices or branches, and IPSec remote VPN is used to connect end devices to your over your firewall to your organization network. So in my today's video, I'm going to show you how can you configure IPSec site-to-site VPN. Okay, so I'm going to start from FortiGate firewall. So to configure IPSec VPN from FortiGate firewall, and you need to follow the steps. At first, you need to configure the VPN configuration from FortiGate. In VPN configuration, you need to give your network information, local IPs, remote IPs, local public IPs, remote public IPs, etc. And you also set your phase 1 proposal. Phase 1 proposal means phase 1 encryption types, which is to be used to ensure IPSec security in between your end. So IPSec phase 1 proposal, phase 2 proposal, which can be SHA, MD5, message digest, and other encryption types. You can choose as far as your requirement by considering your firewall securities. Then you have to configure IPSec route for ensuring reachabilities. Then you have to configure also the firewall policies, correspondent firewall policies for your IPSec VPN configuration. Okay, VPN reachabilities. Until you configure your firewall policies and until you did not ensure which networks you should be able to reach from your firewall and which network it should be reached from Sophos-XG firewall. Okay, you need to clarify, you need to ensure all of the network reachabilities required, network reachabilities by ensuring firewall policies. So the 3 steps you have to follow. So I'm going to configure the IPSec VPN, which is the first steps. So to start IPSec VPN configuration, at first you need to go VPN, click on IPSec tunnels, then click on create new and select IPSec tunnel. After that, to configure IPSec with different network devices such as Sophos, Cisco, and others, you need to select remote device type Cisco, because there is no other device types which is added in FortiGate. You need to select Cisco and it should be work. I just give a name of this IPSec VPN, and you can also see I just select VPN types site to site, and there is no net device in between my FortiGate and others. That means I have to I can directly connect from my FortiGate to Sophos-XG Firewall. Then here I have to give the remote IP addresses, which is remote public IP addresses, which is this one. I already note down the necessary information which is required to configure the VPN. Then you have to select the WAN interfaces which will be used from your firewall end to establish a VPN connectivity. Then I have to give the pre-shared key, IPSec pre-shared key. And select next. After that, I have to select my local interfaces, which could be used for ensure site-to-site reachabilities, local and disabilities. So, what is my local subnet? I'm going to give that also. Local subnet and my remote subnet. You can add multiple local subnet or remote subnet also. And internet access should be now selected as none. If you need to use internet in between site to site remote connectivity, then you can configure local or others remote setting, etc. Then create. The VPN configuration is done. As you can see from there, local IP address, remote IP address already added, and also one static route or black hole route already added. So you can edit the static routes from there also, or you can manually configure static routes also. So this is automatically created just because I followed the IPSec VPN configuration wizard. That's why it is automatically created. Now you can modify that also from there. If you click on edit, then I think I don't need to modify this. Is it okay? One policy also added from there, so you can also edit the policy, or you can edit the policy from firewall policy also. So from here I try to edit the policy. I just rename it according to my configuration. I always used a name which is easily memorable. So I name the traffic according to my traffic incoming and outgoing destination. So this would be, say, I just enable SSL antivirus features, and I can also enable IPS features, but this need to be configured. I don't want to use the default policy here, so I can configure that and use it after some time. So that means you may not be able to edit the firewall policy from there, so I can edit the firewall policy from there also. Here it should be, yeah, it is already added as you can see, but there shows an error. So I think this is not a big issue. So I also rename that according to my traffic path destination. Here it is. So I don't need to change anything. I just add antivirus and change SSL inspection to custom SSL inspection, which is just created by me. Then click on OK. Then I just have to place it to its appropriate places. This should be okay. Now I just review on it. Okay, I just completed the IPSec VPN configuration. Here it is. Then I added a static routes which is required. Then I add the correspondent firewall policies, which is also automatically added by VPN creation wizard. I just modified that after that. So after configuring the VPN, I have to go to the VPN IPSec tunnels and click on edit. Then I have to convert the VPN connectivity, VPN configuration to custom tunnel, just because I cannot be able to add authentication mechanism from there. That's why I need to convert it from custom to custom tunnel. After that, I can be able to add. Here you can see the encryption mechanism. Here I'm going to use 256 SHA-1, 192 SHA-1. I also added another encryption, which is 3DES. Here it is, and I have to select defilement group. Defilement group should be same in both end, in Sophos end and in Fortigate end. Okay, otherwise the VPN cannot be connected. So here I just check defilement group 5, then click on tick mark on the tick mark. Then I have to select paste to selectors also. Here I can also add the phase to proposals, which is already added. I'm going to use the similar encryption mechanism. I can also modify or re-adding the encryption mechanism according to my firewall security policies later. Here it is. The defilement group also selected here as 5. Then click on OK. Here I'm using this encryption mechanism just because from my Sophos-XG firewall it should be matched. So if I use any other encryption mechanism, this could not be same in Sophos, and I already checked it. That's why I using these types of encryption mechanism here. So that's it. After that, click on OK. Now it is, as you can see, it is changed to custom IPSec tunnel types. Then in my next steps I have to configure this VPN configuration in my Sophos-XG firewall, and from there if I need to configure the VPN, I have to go to VPN, and then first I need to configure IPSec policies, which is required. I name it with authentication node, main node, negotiation tries, I select 3. Okay. Key life I'm going to use 8600 64000. Okay. Defilement group, as you can see, 6 are selected. I'm not going to use the 6. I just use the defilement group 5. Here it is. So I'm using the defilement group as phase 1. Key life should be same from both ends, phase 1 and phase 2. Here I'm using a ES256 1. 192 1. GDS 25. So here is an important thing you need to select. When the interfaces or VPN connectivities fail after 120 seconds, it is going to retry or reinitiate. This should be checked, and you can unmark this also. Pass data in compressed mode. This should be an issue if it is selected. Then click on save. Now you can configure IPSec VPN now, because I already configured the required things which is necessary for IPSec VPN. Just give a name. Type should be site to site. Here should be initiate the connection. Gateway type, initiate the connection. That means when you select initiate the connection, if the VPN receives any signal from opposite end, it is going to be automatically updated. So this should be selected. That's why. Here I'm selecting my configured policy. Here I'm going to use pre-shared key, not digital certificate. So I just copy and paste the encryption key. Here it is. So here I'm going to use this gateway. Then the remote gateway address I have to give there the remote gateway address. The remote gateway address is this one. This should not be selected as a star. If it is a star, it will allow any remote gateway, so it is not be recommended. Local subnet. So just add my local subnet, which is already created. Should be already created. There it is, and I have to create my remote subnet. As I already mentioned, I will always use the naming, which is helpful to memorize, which is helpful to configure any firewall policies, etc. Here it is. Just click on save. I don't need to select any other functionalities. Just click on OK. After that, it is going to show an warning. Then I have to create a firewall policies, correspondent firewall policies for booting this Site VPN. I already have some firewall policies. I just going to add this firewall policies to any of my existing policies. Here just need to add the address list, which is just configured. Here it is, and the rest should be unchanged. I think it should be okay. So I just have to enable the VPN. So as you can see, finally now it is up. So I'm going to show you what was the issue. The issue was in IPSec policies. Okay, so what is the issue? The IPSec policies, in one end mistakenly IK version 2 were selected, and on Fortigate end IPSec IK version 1 were selected. That's why it shows down. This is the only issue. So finally, as you can see from Fortigate end, it is also shows up. So now I'm able to reach from one network to another.